All right. Welcome to Sticks and Sips. I am Frankie Drinks, and this is the Drew Estate virtual happy hour. I want to wish everyone a happy World Bartenders Day. So, this is a day we appreciate all bartenders out there. So, guys, checking in from your hoods on our Sticks and Sips show, make sure that you give a little appreciation to the people out in the hospitality world, especially those bartenders make our life so worthwhile. And listen, this is the big episode that everybody's been waiting on. I am super excited to be here. Like I said, I am Frankie Drinks, and this is the Drew Estate Virtual Happy Hour, my friends. So listen, what's a happy hour without a happy hour menu? So let's throw up that menu, guys. So first of all, listen, we can't have a happy hour without a sip, right? This is sips and sticks or sticks and sips. So our big sip for today, we got tequila from Patron. This is our extra añejo. And what are we pairing with it? Man, our stick for the night, it's our H99. So all you guys that have been, going around those VSSEs and you got those H99s in your hands, time to smoke up. Light them up. Let's go. Don't save it. Don't save it. Light them up. Let's go. But more importantly, we have special guest, Mr. Kenny Jordan from Patron Spirits Company,
Hello,
and
hello.
a
How
very
you doing,
special
man?
guest, a guy that you may know. His name is JD, and he's the founder of Drew Estate. So he's with us today. But more importantly, I've got a cocktail, guys. So our cocktail for tonight's got the oldest fashion, but I'm going to show you about that. But first, listen, because we're going to go with the vibe of the room right now. So let's go into the Zoom lounge and say hello to everybody. So let's start with Mr. Joey Drew, my right hand man. I don't know, this is episode 40 something or another, but whatever, dude. Welcome
We're
back.
gonna do this forever.
Forever.
It's forever, unless JD says no, it's time to kill it. But it's forever until he says so. So just chilling. Got my bottle. I'm ready. I got my bottle. I got my H99. I'm fired up. I hope everybody else is fired up. I'm fired up.
Wow, we're fired up. And in the words of JD, I'm going to, steal a little bit of his thunder. He says, sticks and sips forever, forever, ever, forever. So here we are and totally blessed. I got my man Rob Amato all the way from Vegas. What's up, Lost Laundry?
The dreaded mute.
If I learned how to unmute myself. What's happening,
There you
Frank,
go.
Joey, JD, Kenny? How you guys doing?
Good to see the
What's
sun
up,
hit
brother?
tonight, man. You're all lit up.
Oh, it's nice out today. It's been cold. We had a cold streak, but it's perfect to drink some Patron Estate.
Yeah.
We're all
perfect
douching it
for
up
it.
tonight, man. We're all douching it up tonight. We're drinking the best of the best. Everybody's got something great. But happy Bartender's Day to you, Rob, man. We love you.
Same to you, man.
Listen, I got my man Kenny Jordan patiently waiting, dude. We've been waiting for this episode forever, man. Welcome back.
We have, man. I can't believe, I think it was last July that I was on this with you guys, man. And I've been waiting to get back on here ever since, man. So I'm excited to be here with you guys, especially for an announcement like this from JD. And I'm just excited to be here with you guys, man.
Oh man, we're super honored to have you back, brother. We'll be chatting about tequila and all this cool that we love to talk about at Six and Sips. And then, a man that needs no introduction. You guys know him. He's a founder of Drew Estate, and that says it all, man. My man JD. JD, welcome to Sticks and Sips, man. Welcome back home, baby.
Hey Frank, I've been really looking forward to this show. You guys kill it every week. It's funny to hear when you guys say, what'd you say, 42nd episode of Sticks and Sips. When the Drew Estate kind of, I don't know if it was the marketing team. I'm not sure exactly where it got birthed, but the whole Sticks and Sips concept has been so cool. You guys have had so many great guests, so many interesting people, from the Van Winkle people to the sake girl, across the board. So many, and Kenny Jordan is like a legend on our show. And you were like, you guys were saying, yo, JD, you got to come back on the Sticks and Sips. Let's do something. I was like, yo, bring that Kenny Jordan, dude. Let's talk about Patron. Let's talk. There's a lot of great things to discuss about both of our companies and our brands. And I think tonight's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks for inviting me, and great to see you guys, Rob, Joey, and our special super guest, Kenny Jordan. Great to be with you. Of course, Frankie.
My man, you don't get off that easy, man, because we've been dropping hints and little tidbits here and there, man. But I think it's time we give the people, because listen, our show's about hospitality, right? This is my bar, right? Sticks and Sips is a bar for the people, and so I welcome everybody here. But now's the time that we need to really show them what we're about, right? So you got to like a little announcement, right? Something a little special.
Yeah, tonight we wanted to jazz it up a little bit tonight with Kenny with us, and I think Jack. Jack. We don't always talk about Jack, but our man behind the scenes over here, Mr. Jack Hare. He. Are you gonna pop that up or what? Or how does that work?
All right. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, everybody. This is it. It's coming. It's coming. Here it is.
Yeah, this is
the big announcement, JD. You have the honor to tell us what it's all about.
Well, is it up right now? Because right here we can.
We got the graphic of a savage feast. So
yeah,
so for those of you that have been waiting, this is it. This is your preview, y'all. This is your preview. And here it is, man. And JD, tell us all about this because this is super exciting. Super exciting, buddy.
Yeah, so I just hit the share on my Instagram because I was told you got to hold off. I got the firm Joey, Drew, Frankie Moreno across the board. Fun. Everybody said you got to hold off. So for us, this is a big deal. Each of the Drew Estate ambassadors, of which we have 4, obviously, we have Willie Herrera, our master blender. We have Pedro Gomez, our factory spokesman representative. We have Frankie Dranks, who's our pairing superstar, Sticks and Sips man, and then myself, founder, and Joey Drew's kind of like cuts through all of us and making sure we all stay on point. And each of us have some special products, some special items that production and the marketing guys and brand management and product development team come together to really have something really special and unique for our events. I'm sure, Kenny, you guys must have things that you bring out for special times of the year or for special people within your organization, including yourself. And for me, we've been working on this one for a while, a long while, actually. This one here is the Liga Privada 10. This one here, Joey, I'm usually the name guy. Like, I'm the one who's like, comes up with these crazy names and shit. Not all the time, but Joey probably comes up more now. But this one, yo, Joe, when you did the Savage Feast, I was like, usually I'll say, well, what other names? Let's look at this. But I was like, that is so right for this stick. It's so heavy. It's so strong, full bodied. It's got everything. It's so this is basically, everybody loves the feral pig size from Liga Privada. So this is the feral pig size, but in the Liga Privada 10. And that's really, the bottom line is that's what this was about in terms of Noriega, I think, was just hitting me up. Cool. That's what this is about. So it's a big deal. Look, my phone's blowing up, and you put it on the screen. We can't see it back here, but
yeah, it's on the screen now. People going crazy. People going crazy.
Yeah, so it's cool, and we wanted to drop something super dope with Kenny tonight. I mean, we have so much respect for his company and for him, and we wanted to just light it up. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So JD,
So look, wait. If you do a dinner now, you don't do dinners anymore, JD. You do Savage Feasts. That's what you do. We don't do a JD dinner anymore. We do a Savage Feast, because if you're gonna feast, that's the stick for it. It's heavy duty. It's going to crush you, and you're going to love it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna
no
love
doubt.
it.
Right now,
So
we're doing
JD,
a lot of virtual stuff. Anybody who comes to any of the Drew Estate events, right now because the whole COVID thing, we got to rock the virtual. But eventually, we're gonna do savage feasts beyond belief. So, it's coming down the pike. Things are getting better. You know what I'm saying? So, and God bless to all those frontline people who've been taking care of everybody. Also.
absolutely. So listen, we'll get to this, but it's gonna come in a coffin box with two of them in there, and it's gonna have this beautiful pig stick
Oh yeah.
holder for you guys to
Oh,
enjoy to rest your stick. And I'm gonna take my H99. I'm gonna like show you how it's done, and there you go. And so stay tuned for those JD events coming up, and your chance of getting your hands on a Savage Feast after you enjoy a Savage Feast. So, listen, man, I'm thirsty, yo. Are you guys thirsty or what?
wait, Frank. One other
Yes.
thing. This is actually important, Joey. You're gonna appreciate this. Is for how many years I've been standing around at events, hanging out, hugging it out. You guys know JD. It's been a long time. And for the last, I guess it's like 6 years or so, I had the Liga Privada A. So for so many of you who I've got to spend time with, you got that coffin of Liga Privada A. And Savage Feast kind of turns the page. So for those of you who have Liga Privada A's in stock in your humidor at home, hold on to them. I always say, smoke our best shit. Smoke with it. Don't hold on. Don't try and like hold on to it forever. If you need to age it a little because you're that guy or gal, do it. But then smoke it, burn it. All right. And it's very rare that I'll tell you, yo, put something aside. So I want to just say, for those of you who have Liga Privada A's, some of you, have sent me text messages, yo, JD, I had to pay $60, $80, $100, whatever it is. Now's the time. Liga Privada A is going to be my event cigar for the next month or so, 2 months, and then we'll switch into Savage Feast. So Liga A will vanish. It will be gone. So hold your stock and protect your neck and put it aside. So that was the second piece of it. If I didn't mention it, Anfan would put a spear through my chest.
All right. So shout out to Mr. Anfan. We love you, brother. Listen, guys, while you guys are dropping some serious news, I know we got everybody out there that's waiting for the cocktail of the day. So listen, I'm gonna ask my man Jack if he would roll that beautiful cocktail footage. So here's the oldest fashioned, and I went old school, Kenny. I threw in the sugar cubes. I went a little chocolate mole bitters, soak that sugar cube, give it a little bit of water in there, a little warm water, just a couple bar spoons in there, and then just notice that beautiful, water holder. You make a little your own syrup, and I use that extra añejo. Special occasion, guys. So you want to get a little extra añejo in there, and then you want to stir it with a lot of really good ice. You want to get it to temperature. You want to stir it, get it chilled, get it diluted, and then you want to serve it up on a beautiful rock. And man, I like to garnish, and I just felt this thing, deserved a little bit of an extra boom. And there you got it, So you got a little flamed orange, and that's your oldest fashioned with the extra añejo. And what can I tell you, man? I'm gonna say salute to everybody out there. Please raise your glass together, and let's do a little toast for all the bartenders out in the world, guys that treated you well. This is World Bartender Day. It's salute to everybody out there, everybody in the Zoom. Love you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh man, all day. It don't matter what the bottle costs. Just do it. Just do it. Life is short, baby. So listen, I've
Right.
got the distinct honor and pleasure of introducing. He's the regional director for Patron Spirits Company. I hear he's a sneaker pimp. He's also a Liga whore, and I say that in the most respectful way. And he's a Drew State fan, and we love you, everybody. Let's welcome Kenny Jordan. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm real good, man. Thanks again for having me. Like I said before, I'm super excited to be on here. Tried to bring some heat for you guys today on this special occasion with not only the extra añejo, but then we've got the 10 años, man. It's something super special, super limited edition, and like I said, I was hoping to bring you guys something a little special for today.
Man, you always take care of us. And listen, I was so excited by this episode, and I apologize to get you guys in the Zoom. Apologize to everybody out in the Sticks and Sips land. Um, our giveaways, man. Our giveaways are giveaways. You guys have been here. You know the rules. Hashtag Ask Frankie Drinks. If we pick your questions, you're gonna win, man. You're gonna win some Sticks and Sips swag. You're gonna win this beautiful Zycar cutter. Uh, Plus, tonight and tonight only, one of you is going to win this beautiful humidor that I'm pointing at right now because I'm not bringing it off the shelf because it took me forever to get it up there. So, because it's heavy as so,
Yeah, and it's
make
mine. It's my humidor you're giving away.
it's okay. It's Joey's humidor. We're giving it away. You know that hey, that's part of being the no. You know, my co-host, man. You got to give up to
I
get.
know last
So
week you gave away my H99 bag, the previous, I mean, what do I got to give, you know?
we'll figure it out. We'll give him pieces of his desk next. So Kenny, man, above all things, man, tell us how you're doing.
Man, doing good. I can't, much like everyone else, I can't wait for this thing to be over. This pandemic that have all been dealing with. It's been super rough to watch our on-premise, partners, and like you said, cheers, shout out to them. But otherwise, man, doing well, and I feel like the light is at the end of the tunnel here very soon.
I certainly hope so, man, because I can't wait to be with all the people that we love and to be together again. So let's just stay safe in the interim. Um, Kenny, if you would share with us again, like tell us the story of Patron, man, because I really do think it's just such a lovely story.
It's such an awesome story. It's a unique story, a lot of luck, a lot of hard work, and I feel like much like your company, I feel like we put our customer first. We do the things the right way, what we feel are the right way to give that consistency, and let every consumer enjoy the experience with whatever bottle of Patron they're sipping. But our story starts back in 1989. We our previous owner, John Paul DeJoria, and his business partner wanted to come out with they were flying back and forth to Mexico and enjoying the life. John Paul and his business partner had really hit on their Paul Mitchell hair care product, and being the entrepreneurs that they were, they wanted to bring a 100% agave premium tequila to the U.S. So 1989, and here we are in 2020. We are still growing. We're super proud. We're very thankful and appreciative of all of our fans out there. And it's been an awesome ride, man. This is my 9th year with Patron, with the company. I sold it also when I was at the distributor for about 8 years. So aging myself a little bit, but that's almost, I'm looking at about 17 years selling this brand. So it's been an unbelievable ride. We are 100% family, whether it's Hacienda. We work hard, we play hard. I've got some of my best friends in the world now that are, working out there at the Hacienda that, I'll vacation with, pick up the phone, shoot a text, check on everyone. It's just been an unbelievable ride. So it's an amazing company, and happy to be here. That's for sure with you guys.
Well, Kenny, man, I love that story because you guys, in a short time, you come out with the work ethic to create a brand that's true, that speaks to its consumers, and then you rise to the top of the game. And you know, I'm gonna there's the guy in the Zoom. He knows what that's about, you know. Uh, but I'm gonna ask you. You said a question. You said it was about the consumer experience, man.
Yep.
And I want to talk about a little bit about something you've got called the Hacienda experience, and talk about La Hacienda Patron.
Hacienda is like no other experience, man. You know, it's invite only. It's we bring our partners out there. We invite them out there, whether you're on premise, your retail, our distributor partners at Southern Wine and Spirits. Um, we get you out there and we show you the process from start to finish. We walk the agave fields. We go in, you know, to where we distill, to where we slow roast our agaves. The aging room, and then we've got a beautiful, you know, I would compare it to any, you know, small little luxury hotel that out there in Atotonilco, right on site on our ground. So you get the full experience of you know, really taking it all in, getting to have, you know, some of the top chefs in the world out there, you know, preparing unbelievable meals for us. We've got the best bartenders in the world out there as well. It's just an experience, man. Every single time I go out there, you know, I've been doing it for a while, like I said, and every single time, you know, it's fun to see the smiles that and that wow factor. You know, it's just it's an experience like no other, and I truly cannot wait to get you guys out there. I know we've been talking about it, and it's going to be fun once we all get out there. That's for sure.
I think I accepted my invitation already.
Yeah, exactly. Jack is asking if he's invited too.
I think we can find a spot for him, man.
All right.
We just got to make sure Jonathan says it's all right.
So
We
listen,
get
man.
to episode 80, then he deserves it.
Yeah, there we go. Sticks and Sips forever. Listen, Kenny, man, you know, like, you know, for anybody out there, if you go on Patron, you can, you know, on the website, you can kind of like, or on YouTube, you can look at Hacienda experience, and we got a great 360 video that you guys can watch because it's actually interactive and you can kind of see it. And it's just, it's a beautiful experience, man.
Yeah,
But listen,
like on a bee. You're like on a bee.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, you're flying through the whole thing on the back of a bee. It's incredible.
And I tell you, once you guys get out there too, there's nothing, you know, other than pretending you're on a bee. There's nothing fabricated about that experience too. So every single thing, every door that you walk through there, you get to do it all there at Hacienda.
It's so much. Everything that you said is exactly the same thing for our cigar safari. It's like identical. It's that
I can't
wow
wait.
factor, and no matter how many times you go through it and you go down, and you see the look on people's faces when it's, you know, it doesn't matter if it's their first time on a safari or their fifth or sixth time on a safari, they're still blown away by just the vibe, you know, that's set for them, and that it's a living, breathing thing. It's just not, you know, a bottle on a shelf or a cigar in a box. No, it's this living, breathing, amazing thing that you get to experience.
Exactly. And it's funny, man. I've been telling my wife for years, even before I got to meet you guys, that that was on the list. We've got to go experience that. So we'll swap places there, man.
It's 100%.
all right, you'll bring out the entire Drew State crew, and then we'll bring just you.
How many days is the experience, Kenny?
We get out there. It's anywhere from 2 to 3 days,
So
depending on everyone's schedule. And
so one group who comes down, they stay for 2 to 3 days, or is it a 1-day tour? Or
yeah, we fly into Guadalajara, drive about an hour and a half into the Highlands, and then the whole experience starts there. We'll have a nice dinner typically, and then the next day, and Rob can speak to it too. He's been on it with me actually. The next day we'll go out there. We'll hit the fields. We'll get to see the agave. We'll get to see the humidors harvesting the agave. Come back, do the full run tour, and then hang out. And you know what we always end up doing. We've got amazing fire pits, and just take all in the scenery. And guess what we're doing? We're smoking cigars. So it's an experience like no other. Like I was saying, you get to drink and anything you want is on the list. And then just to cap it off with a nice cigar, put your feet up and enjoy the sights, the sounds, everything. It's an amazing experience.
How many people come on a tour? Like when one group comes down and arrives, you guys pick them up at the airport, probably like we do. How many people are on that? How many people in that group that will be with you for either 2 days, 3 days?
We've got about 20 to 24, and it depends. We've got some rooms with a couple of beds in there. Others obviously with the big king and the master, and those rooms too, man. I can't wait till you guys see it. It's something special. But yeah, call it about 20 people.
Yes.
I'm reserving a king suite right now. Just saying.
Noted.
I will defer to the main man. But I gotta be second in the pecking order, man. I've been 44, 45, 47 shows, and I'm not splitting a room with Joey. Just letting you know.
Kenny,
I think
what is it? They gotta get 1 through 4.
Yeah, exactly. You remember correctly, brother.
Hey, can I pop a tent out in the agave fields? I'll sleep in a tent in the agave fields.
Absolutely, man.
So Rob,
That's a
little air mattress out there for you, man.
Rob, you've been to the Hacienda experience?
Yeah, I was really fortunate to be able to go. When did we go? 2020, in January, like right before everything closed down.
Exactly.
So that was the last trip I went on.
Did it have that? Did it? I mean, I could just imagine, at Cigar Safari, so many of our people, especially a lot of the hardcore guys and gals, we have so many women on the tours as well. Ours is 3 nights, Kenny, 4 days. And we pick them up at the airport, and we're with people. If you're on Cigar Safari, we're with you from the minute we pick you up at the airport. You're in with us at the factory, at the compound. We have the 16 for 13, whatever rooms we got there now. And, from breakfast time till 1:30, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody's together the entire time. We don't like dump people off at a hotel. And not that there's anything wrong with that. There's great tours that do that as well. But we do it so intense. I mean, you get up in the morning, it's like 7 o'clock, 7:30 before each morning as we tour different things, the fields, the factory. And there's people having, gallo pinto and eggs. And everybody's like looking at the beautiful view off the top and talking to Gato, the chef assistant. And, at night, it just gets it gets to be so fun. And it's very controlled. Ours, there's no like, hey, I'm going to go on the city sightseeing and go wild. No, you ain't doing shit. You're here in the compound. You're with us and you're not leaving and nobody complains. It's like, everybody's just like the weirdest thing. And Joey, all our guys know this, but I don't know, Kenny, have you guys ever had this? Like, we've noticed when the group is leaving, ours is 16 people. Okay, 16 people are on a tour. And when they leave after the 4th morning, so the 4th day morning, I mean, grown dudes crying, crocodile tears, their faces in the window, pressed up against the window of the bus when they're leaving, sad faces. And it's like you're waving, like we're jumping on the bus. The bus is leaving like the factory. The factory's the size of 3 football fields. It's like a pretty big, it's like a fucking city. And we're like hanging on the bus while the bus is leaving. They're waving goodbye. You guys have that shit? Is it go like, people love it, right?
Man, it's so funny that I was going to say the only complaint that I've ever gotten is that we can't stay longer. And, man, that's really it. But to your point, man, everyone kind of you make a bond with everyone that's working there, the hospitality that's there. You create a bond with the people there that are there to make your experience amazing. And yeah, I mean it's I don't know that I've witnessed anyone with any tears yet, but that's the only complaint is they can't stay longer, man. That's it.
It's usually Joey. It's usually Joey. It's like, I don't want to go home. And it's like
we go home to get more mezcal.
This is true.
Joey, see, we'll get you set up, man. we'll have to extend the trip, and then we'll go check out the mezcal.
That's on the that's the whole itinerary. We started Hacienda and we work our way down to Oaxaca. That's all in the plan. It's all baked in.
I
So
love
we'll
it. I'm
do-
in, man.
Yeah, dude, we'll do Hacienda, Oaxaca, and then Esteli, and then that'll take us about 3 months. So we'll be off of Six and Sips for 3 months. Jack, take over. We're good.
Like,
always
no,
do
you're not. No,
remotely.
no.
We can always do it remotely. That's easy.
There we go. Let's do remote, JD. We could do this remote.
No, we can do it from there. We can do it from the Hacienda experience. Look at the funniest thing is a lot of people can't see it, but Rob Amato's face is that dude just keeps smiling. Like, when we do our trip with Kenny, we're definitely bringing Amato with us because that dude hasn't stopped smiling this entire time. I mean, it's so fun.
Listen. We've been talking about Rob coming down to Safari for a while. COVID hit, so things got complicated. And Rob has been such a huge supporter of your estate, all the way through. And listen, when I'm looking forward to when we restart it, and I'm super excited about not only Cigar Safari but the Hacienda and Kenny. We're looking forward to visiting with you as well, because this is those things, and I know what Rob's feeling, man. He's been on the Hacienda tour, and that's the feeling. The same way when you talk to a Cigar Safari guy and you say Cigar Safari, and that smile comes on their face. We're like, I was sucking down Liga like nobody's business, 2 hands at a time, and it was the best time of my life. I ate Gallo Pinto till I puked, and I sang karaoke, and drank Smith and Cross, and and passed out. So
We had, what's his name? Phil Smolowitz smoked 24 Hoya de Nicaraguas in one day.
It's got to be a record there, right? I mean that.
Oh, he destroyed everything. Never good.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring back one of the people we love. It's Chris Gwaltney, which we love from ABC. First safari I ever did was with Chris Gwaltney. I get on Chris Gwaltney's our cigar guy for ABC liquor stores in Florida, Kenny. So he's in charge of the humidor, and this is a dude that we love, and and shout out to Chris. And the first time I met him, he's on the bus, man. So we got to go 3 hours from Managua to Esteli. And I see this dude. He's got that 2-fisted Liga. He's doing T52 on one, elite a 9 on the other, and he's just going off. And I'm like, well, I don't know this dude yet. And I'm like, man, this guy's real deal, all the way 2-fisted, man. From Managua to Esteli, 3 solid hours, man. Hats off to Chris, man. I love you, brother, if you're tuning in, or if you guys are going to feed it back to him. But that's what it's like, man. And that's what it brings a smile to people's face. So look, Kenny, I'm going to ask you about one thing, though. I'm going to ask my man, Jack. We're talking about the extra añejo. So I'm going to ask him to throw up that beautiful slide. This is the extra añejo. And Kenny, tell us about the extra añejo, if people get their hands on it, first of all.
So, man, to be an extra añejo, you have to be at barrel aged at least 3 years. So everything that you see right here, the color, the flavor, you've got a lot of vanilla hints, caramel, of course the oak flavors come out, a lot of whiskey nuances is in this extra añejo, and it's aged in a myriad of different barrels. So you've got French oak, American oak, and even some Hungarian oak as well on there. So we launched it about 3 years ago. It's still right now hard to find with our production process. There's no less than 60 hands that touch a bottle of tequila of Patron, from start to finish. So we've got we've got plenty of juice, that's for sure, but to bottle it, and you guys will see it, every single bottle It is hand labeled, it's hand finished. The stickers are put on by hand. You guys can see every single one is numbered. So right now you might have some trouble finding that extra añejo, but just rest assured we're making it as fast as we can right now. But it's just a
Well,
special product, it's one that you know to age a tequila at least 3 years. Our aging rooms are not climate controlled, so it can get really hot, and you can we lose about a 1% to angel share per month. But it's easy to lose a spirit in a barrel. And what I love about our products is you get all those the barrel nuances, the oak flavors, like I was talking about, the vanillas, but you still know it's an agave. You still know it's a tequila, and that's why I absolutely love this one. It's a fun product to sell, and it's fun to do what you're doing. A lot of people have never tried a Patron extra añejo old fashioned, and what you did, man, is perfect. That's truly my go-to cocktail, especially during the winter.
well, absolutely. And we're pairing it with the H99, which we'll talk about in a minute. But we got my man Joey, and I'm going to say thank you to you for our Patron Extra Añejo 10 Años. And JD, I've got your
Yes,
bottle,
sir.
man. I promise to protect it with my heart and soul, man. It gets delivered in your hands. But we got something special from Kenny.
I,
But Joey's already hitting it.
I don't trust you, and I trust Joey less.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
Joey,
why
how's
we
that?
have Zoom
How's
Bob.
that 10 años, brother? I mean, for those of you guys, this is a very special experience, man. Don't try. We're not trying to come across as douchey, man, but this is
Douchey.
our douchey moment, man.
Hey, I'm
40
smoking.
something episodes, bro. This is how we roll.
Yeah, I'm
You
smoking an
know,
Special mode, man.
899 and the 10-year. This is amazing. I've always been an anti-barreling guy. I'm not a big. I love white spirits predominantly, especially with mezcal, of course, and even a lot of tequilas. Like the Estate Reserve is amazing. Uh, because barrels always move everything the same way. It doesn't matter what you put in it. It doesn't matter if you throw rye in a barrel. It's white when it starts. Bourbon, Scotch, doesn't matter, and it all moves into that space. The barrel adds that vanilla, that oakiness, that caramelization. But what's really great about this is, like you said, that it's still agave. And that's always the hard thing. How do you describe what an agave tastes like? It's like describing, what is an apple? How do you describe an apple? An apple tastes like an apple. There's different variances of apples.
Yeah.
An apple. So it's kind of hard to wrap your head around it sometimes. Like if you like tequila, if you like agave-based spirits, it's there. It's the base. It's the thing holding it all together. And the 10-year is amazing. It's really that wood note, that the oak note is just boom. It's really big, and it reminds me so much of a blended whiskey. It's really, really great and fantastic with an H99. Complements it really well. There's an underlying sweetness in the H99 along with its strength and power that kind of sneaks up on you, and it goes perfectly with this, man. It's a great sipper and smoker, and man, and you just sit and chill. That's it, man. This is one for sitting and chilling and nobody bother you. Keep them
this is
away.
sit and chill, not Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
sit
sit
and
and chill.
chill.
Put your
So
feet up,
we're
put your
we're
feet up by the
we're gonna.
fire at the hacienda. That's what this is.
Yeah, dude. Listen, I'm ready to hop on a plane, man. I'll double mask and bring a lot of freaking hand sanitizer. Listen, we'll get this going, man. So Kenny, man, I want to say thank you for sharing. And you ain't going nowhere, man. You ain't off the hook because we got a lot of questions for everybody out there. Ask Frankie Drinks. You got a question for Kenny. You got a question for Joey, my man Rob, or you got a question for the founder of Drew Estate, who's my next guest, man. He's got the spotlight. You got a question for JD? Here's your moment, man. Here's your moment. Hashtag Ask Frankie Drinks. So without further ado, the man that started it all, and I'm glad to call him, my boss. I'm glad to call him a friend. I'm glad to call him the icon that he is. JD, welcome to Sticks and Sips yet again, man.
Love it, Frank. I think it's the greatest show on earth. There used to be, what was it, Barnum and Bailey? This is, we have officially announced this is the new greatest show on earth because you keep it boozy and fun, Frank. At the end of the day, why are we smoking cigars? What is going on? People, they love to explore flavor, they love to explore tastes. There's just something magical when you smoke a premium cigar. It takes you on this journey, right? It could be time you spent with your dad or your brother or your best friend, or time alone. There's just something so magical about it. And I think that Drew Estate throughout, it's now close to 25 years that we've been building. I always say, like, we go up into the mountains to gain strength at Drew Estate. We've had bullets fired at us, all sorts of shit's been gone on through the years. Everybody laughed at us when we started in Nicaragua. We had the little factory. When we were making 10,000 cigars, JD, all the dudes would come over, many of our friends. How many cigars you making? 5,000. When we were making 20,000, 22,000, how many you making? 8,000. We always flew below the radar. It wasn't for us like this grandiose shit. But then when we built La Gran Fabrica, we kind of spoke about it. We were like, yo, when we build La Gran Fabrica Drew Estate, we're just going to show people, what we're about. People used to always be sneaking around Esteli like, oh, I stopped by your Subculture Studios and I spoke to yeah. Everybody was all eyes on Drew Estate. But, when we built La Gran Fabrica Drew Estate, we said, we're just going to let it rip. And, Frank, I got to tell you, for those who don't know, we are currently producing, listen to this, Kenny Jordan. We are currently producing 250,000 cigars per day. I want people to wrap their fucking brain around. You never heard this shit before. I'll probably get in trouble tomorrow. This is, when I tell you what this shit's about, if you think of Cuba, Kenny Jordan, if you think of Cuba, all the cigars produced in Cuba, dudes in Azerbaijan are smoking Cuban cigars, in Germany and Czechoslovakia. All the cigars in Cuba, we produce 41% of all the cigars on a daily basis. So if Cuba makes X amount, we make 41% of that per day. It's an amazing shit because we're a bunch of junkyard dogs. So we shouldn't even have been able to do something like this, produce this kind of quantity. And then for us to make products, Herrera Esteli, Underground, Liga Privada, Savage Feast, all this kind of shit, and then the classics, Acid, Deadwood, Natural, whatever, across the board, Kentucky Fire Cured, think about it. 20-something years ago, did you think you'd be sitting with Patron Tequila? Did we lose Kenny?
We lost Kenny. He's probably coming right back on. He was having some internet issues, but keep going, JD, because I love this.
No, so all I'm trying to say is this. It's like, there was times where people were like, yo, Drew Estate, this and that. I think they're going to get hurt. Drew Estate, they're going to take them down. They're going to, the Drew Estate, they're not the same. But what happened? What happened? We just stayed up in the mountains and we just got stronger. And then they came at us, oh, they sold the company. That's it. Flush them in the toilet. They're done. No, it didn't work like that. We didn't accept any of those things, nothing. And we just kept building. Why? We just kept building because, we're committed. We're very deeply passionate. We're committed to our consumer. And most importantly, we follow our heart. So we kept building. So for those of you who've been to Cigar Safari and those who came to see Drew Estate 1, that's the 119,000 square foot facility, a little 20% bigger than a football field when you're sitting at the cliff, Drew Estate 1. Then we built Drew Estate 2. Now there's Drew Estate 3. So what you see happening is every time they come up with something to say, Drew Estate's going to take them down. It's just the fucking opposite. We're up there in those mountains, Frank. We're just gaining strength, getting stronger. That's what happens. You can't take us down. And it's just inspiring. I see all the new talent at our company, all the people come in, whether it's at executive level or junkyard dog level or sales guys, production people. So many people have come in. And the greatest thing actually are the people who don't even get a paycheck. You know, the way we've partnered with Cigars for Warriors. I got a text a few minutes ago from my man Pete Totoro, who's here, and my man Matty Rock, or you know the girls from the podcast, TLE. You know, I mean, we've inspired so many people to live your dream. And don't worry about the people biting at you and coming out with, oh, they're not boutique. What the fuck you talking about? We're not boutique. We never stop being this shit. Shit's a Leviathan, and we're still boutique and turning and churning up in the mountains. So, you know, I think Kenny Jordan adds a lot because when you think about Patron, one time, Frank, you stopped me and you were like, yo, shut the fuck up, JD, for a second. You were like, these guys, their story is so similar. And I was like, why? And I poked some holes in it, but you know, we have so much respect for Patron Tequila that it's just something that, you know, Drew Estate, we've had this great relationship with Pappy Van Winkle, with Eminem and Paul, or with, you know, Rocky with his brand. But the Patron family and, you know, Kenny's now like, you know, this is maybe his fifth home. I don't know. He's probably got a few homes at this point. But it's great to keep building. You know, we've never worried about being the biggest cigar company, which we are in the world. You know, some people say whatever they want to. We're bigger than U.S. Steel, man. 41% of Cuba. So, talking some shit. But, you know, we keep it real. We enjoy it every day. And today, I was talking to some dude today. I can't even remember who the fuck it was. Oh, I said, every single product we make, it's like our first album. It's raw. My man Joey, I used to go to watch Joey play live. Joey Drew right here. He used to play in Manhattan, 59th Street, La Barbat, Joe. I used to go see it. It was at Blanche. I used to go see you in La Barbat. And Joey used to walk on, he had a cane, and he'd walk on stage, Joey, with a groovy color. He would sing, he had a cane, he would smoke a dirt on stage. We always kept it raw. And at the same time, we shine that shit like a diamond. So if you have the ability in your life, whoever you are watching, a viewer, to be able to have the finesse, to have the accuracy, to make things professional, executive level, but still not lose that raw ability. You know, I just commend the company at this point. And I had said it earlier, Frank, and I'll close it with this, is that it's really, we're all about our consumer. You know, you could watch these movie stars and all sorts of shit, and they talk about their fans. You're like, this motherfucker's full of shit. But some of them, they really realize that, like, wow, man, I've been blessed. I feel thankful, right? It's a weird mindset. I want to get mine. It's about me. No, but being appreciative, really appreciative to have this opportunity in life. Time with Patron Tequila. They got a heavy dude here from Patron with a bunch of us, bunch of fucking misfits. This is like a big deal for us. So I just love the show, and thank you so much, Kenny, and for being with us tonight. You know, cheers, man. That's what I gotta say.
Cheers,
That's
guys.
not all you got to say, but I'm going to raise a glass because those are some beautiful thoughts, man. If you ever want to know the heart and soul of Drew Estate, you're getting it from the guy that gives it to us. So, JD, cheers to you, my brother. Thank you for the inspiration that keeps shows like this Sticks and Sips going. The creation of beautiful cigars and just leading the way, man. There's no stop to our game, man. We don't stop. We just keep going. As JD says, we're in the mountains getting stronger. And Kenny, you know, I've said this many times, and JD, Kenny, the story of Patron, the story of Drew Estate, they're so mirrored. And then we talk about the experience, the Hacienda experience, and Cigar Safari, and it's like, man, we're kind of looking in a mirror, except that you guys sell like a heck of a lot more than we do when it comes to dollars, but no less important.
But you know what it is? They changed the game. You know, and Frankie,
Yes.
we were talking about it earlier. How, you know, prior to Patron coming on the market, there was no real in the US premium, tequila that people were going for. And then all of a sudden now, I mean, think about all the brands that have come since that are biting off of that sucker. And you built it. I mean, it wasn't there before, and that's amazing. And then and of course, we talk about the squat bottle, the magic that does on the back bar. I mean, people don't understand. Like, if you have a regular tall bottle, like everybody else's bottle, it's going to sit in a row. But where do you put the Patron bottle? It can't go in the back. It's too fat. It's too squat. So it sits up front in your face, and you want the better margarita, and that's what you're going to go for. You're going to throw the Patron in that thing.
Man,
all day.
Exactly. And JD and Joey, Frank, like you guys said, the two companies, it's such mirrored, and that's a great word to use, because it's always been about our process. It's never been about quantity. It's always been about process and quality, and really giving that consumer the experience, whether they're celebrating a birthday, celebrating a promotion, or just relaxing. That's what it's always been about. So, that's why I truly love you guys, your brand, the way you guys go to market, because it's such, there's so many parallels on it. It's just an amazing, what you guys have done and built, and what we've done and built too. And you guys are certainly pioneers of the industry, just like us too. I mean, it's, like I said, and like you guys said, the perfect word is a mirror there. It's really awesome to see what you guys do and continue to do.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll
Frank, I was just going to say is that I remember so many times people saying, I don't drink tequila, this and that, and then Patron. I don't know exactly when it was. I was living in Nicaragua. I was in Nicaragua for 19 years, and it was like Patron. There's people who love tequila for so many years, generations. And the American palate, it came later. I remember as a kid growing up in sushi, Joey, in Long Island, there were two sushi places, two in all of Long Island. We're talking the Hamptons and Montauk and the American South. There's people who know New York, the whole Long Island is huge, free everywhere. Wine Dance. There was two places. Yo, what's up? Two Japanese restaurants. That's it. And then people figured it out. They're like, oh my God, I can't live without this taste. Boom. And there it went. And, with tequila, it was like Patron seemed to have had that exact same effect with people. It was kind of like the bridge to agave. It was this bridge to the American palate, to agave, where people said, wait, whoa. Forget what I knew in college and this and that. Agave is this magical plant, and I want to know more, the taste. And I think Patron really changed the world. I mean, it did. I know it did. You could walk now to Total Wine, ABC, Benny's, wherever, and you see this section of agave that's grown. And I just think that Patron had so much to do with that. That's why I wanted to be on the show tonight with Kenny and with you guys, because the magic of what you did is bigger than yourself. It's bigger. The entire industry of tequila has to tip its glass and its hat to you and the company. And I think that's what, that's a game changer. So, that's a big deal for me. When you can change the world, Apple changed the world. Tesla changed the world. Tell me that Patron tequila didn't change the world. It has. So.
And Drew Estate has changed the world. And listen, JD, talking about changing the world, right? I'm gonna ask my man Jack to throw up that Liga Privada H99. You talk about changing the motherfucking world, right? Tell us about the H99, JD, because that's my stick with my extra añejo. All right, it's your stick. Actually, yes. We are diving into, because limited supply, y'all.
That's my bottle.
And it's your humidor too, Joey. And it was your H99 bag. We know We thank you for that, my brother.
I'm never gonna let you live it down.
You can't even talk about
Never.
99 without saying the wizard. Like he would be so like, see, you got to have Joey Drew in the middle of an H99 conversation, but because no one can get any, but this guy's always got a box. Like it's not like one stick; it's a box. So obviously, at the factory, I think you're smoking seconds. To be quite honest, I think he's.
No, dude, I've got a listen, because I've got to talk so you guys can see. I've got a fresh freaking box, and man, I had to go through legal loopholes and people write emails and all sorts of stuff on fawns of the world, to get a box just so I could have it right here while Joey was just diving into his over there looking at that. Look at that. He's just like smoking them like it's their cigarettes. It's all good, man. It's all good. Joey, I thank you. I thank you for your help. By the way, Kenny George's puffing on one, and I'm gonna say, Kenny, I'm sorry, JD. I'm just gonna interrupt you for a second. Kenny, no, put that shit down, dude. No, don't do that. No, hide that. People don't want to know. We just want to know how your one and only H99 is doing, man. How you digging it, brother?
Man, I'm loving it, and I'm so glad we did the extra añejo with this one because the pairing, man, it's perfect. The spicy notes, they pair perfect with that extra añejo. The caramel notes, again, just a perfect pairing. And JD, like you were talking about earlier, as people continue to learn about agave and tequila in general, we've seen the industry is up about 50%, the entire industry. So people are still discovering this amazing, like you said, amazing plant and what agave is. And I think as people continue to experience and experiment with their pairings, we're seeing people that are shifting from a fine Scotch, a nice whiskey to pairing it up with an aged tequila. So it's all about, like you said, the experimentation, the finding what your palate likes, and these two things, these are a match made in heaven. They really are.
So JD, man, you got to tell us, man. H99, brother, you got to release the secrets, man. What's in this cigar?
Well, there's a lot of love in this cigar, and I just want to say is like Kenny Jordan. I want to rewind back. Here I am in Nicaragua. I'm in Managua, right? And I'm with Marielos, my ex-wife, and who I love and adore. We're still best friends. And we were with Tom Navarro and Gloria, and my friend Israel and his wife, Jeanette. We went to the Mark Anthony concert, which, if you know me, I love Mark. I'm a Mark Anthony like fanatic. Julio Iglesias, Mark Anthony, forget it. So we're in Managua. Look at Joey there, and we are in a box seat, so close to Mark Anthony. And this stadium's got about 10,000 people in it. And I know who put on the show and stuff. They were like, yo, JD, we're going to put you in this special seat with your little posse. What do you want to you're going to have some bottles. You know what we had? We had Patron. Yes, we did.
Oh, man, I love it.
I
freaking love it.
We had Patron, and Tom, the other day, it wasn't that long ago, he reminded me of this. And we danced. We had one of the best experiences, even better than Julio Iglesias. And Patron was right there. It's your friend. It's a great product. And I just love, the commitment to the brand and how it just makes people explore deeper, because they might move from Scotch or from American whiskey or a whatever it could be to agave. And through that, they start to learn, wow, you know, there's so much to know and explore in spirits and in hospitality and in fine wine. I mean, I just spent 6 months in a wine cellar in New York, in Long Island, out in the in the point over there, and I learned so much about French wine, and it was just, and Patron just takes you on the proper journey to another stop, and it's like front and center right there. You're going to start your agave experience with Patron, and a good chance you're never going to take it out of your rotation because of their commitment to quality. And that has been the success of Drew Estate, and that is the success of Patron. Why tonight is so very important. So, Frank had asked me a little bit about the H99. So, to give you guys like a little bit of a perspective, when you think of Liga Privada, for those who don't know, you got the Liga 9, you got the which is a broadleaf wrap, you got the T52, which is a Habano, was really in a very important leaf that was grown in the Connecticut River Valley, a Habano leaf. And from there, you have all of those special sticks that we do, which are the unicorn stuff, the unicos. So those usually are using the Liga 9 wrapper or the T52 wrapper. So what the H99, this was really a whole new thing because everybody, we wanted to get ready for the Liga 10, and Joey and I, we really wanted Willie to blend the stick, and there was a lot of like, I don't know, will it stand up to to the Liga 9 and the T52? I'm like, don't fucking worry about it. Willie can blend. This guy's, don't worry about it. So this stick, the H99, right now, if you go to any of the Drew Estate events for this whole like quarter, give or take, you're going to see that they have H99 in the event. So if you go to the Drew Estate website, you click in, you check out where's Willie's event, where's Frankie Drink's event, where's Pedro Gomez. Major shout out to Pedro Gomez también. And you're going to be able to go to our events, and there you will be able to get H99. I love this shit. Joey, how about this? Drew Estate can make as much of that H99 or Liga 10 as they want to. They're holding out on us. Yo, the Patron people, how many times you hear that shit? You're holding out on us. No idea the frustration. We lost an entire crop 2 years ago to a hailstorm, and it knocked us back. So right now, we've just saved it for the events. And so that's really important. I have that one written down. Otherwise, marketing and sales will shoot me. But the base thing, Frank, of what you asked of what is an H99, there's a couple of things that I just want to mention about it. First of all, it's a hybrid product. So it's something that's like, no one's got this shit. Not only does anyone not got it, you can get a lot of stuff that nobody's got that sucks. This don't suck. This shit's banging, it's fire. And we took years to be able to be like, yo, this is right. I remember back in the day with Nick and Saka and Rubio and Yesenia and Joel, when we were working on the Liga 9 and Joey, of course, in the T52, we went year after year, like, is it right? Is it right? Or should we do it? What do you think? Oh my God. This is the same shit. We went fucking bonanza on this shit. So H99, that's a T52 that's crossbred over there with one of those Corojo. So for those of you who know, Cuban seed style Corojo 2000, 2007. This is a really rich, super rich, like just your whole shit's going. Oh my God. So for those of, it's not better than H99, Liga 9. It's not better. All this better bullshit. But I can tell you this. It is when you combine two seeds, Henke Kellner back in the day from Davos, he and ASP Perez family, they used to know, Frank, how to hybridity. And that was the beauty. When everybody thinks about Connecticut seed and they think of a Connecticut wrapper. Kenny Jordan probably had a Connecticut wrapper cigar many times, milder. You think of Connecticut, the valley here in Connecticut, but most of that leaf is from Ecuador. I mean, we've had volcanoes explode and the fucking cloud is all over the tobacco. And we're sitting there wiping the shit off, spraying it with water, getting rid of the volcanoes are exploding. All of those natural things that happen that just, just develop the brand and the stories behind it and stuff. So H99 right now, the big thing to walk away with is this. You've understood Liga 9. You've understood T52. You got your Unicos. Again, don't fuck around with those A's anymore. Stop smoking that shit. Put them aside. It's getting commas and zeros. Everybody know I like those commas and zeros, But now we're in a new world of hybridity with the H99 and the Liga 10. So we're really saying, like, does this carry the shield, the flag, the sword of Liga Privada? Think of it from a Drew Estate perspective. Yo, remember Puff Daddy used to, would I ride with you? Would I die for you? Yo, Liga Privada for us, that shit's got to be ride or die. So in my closing statement, I'll say this. Go to the Drew Estate website, go to Drew Diplomat, find out where our events are, go check out Willie and Pedro Gomez and Frank's events. Every now and then you'll catch me. And that's where you'll be able to check out the H99 and enjoy it, because a lot has gone into it, and Willie did a great job. So that's enough. H99, homeboy.
I'm gonna say salute to you, to Joey, to Willie, to the entire factory, to the entire marketing team for bringing H99, man. I know it's been a long road, but listen, Kenny's the only one that's smoking besides Joey, because they didn't let me light mine up. They're like, no, keep my freaking pack intact. I'm like, I got you, respect. But these guys are gonna tell you if it's real deal. Listen, I'm gonna go, Kenny. Kenny, what you feel, man? You gonna buy a box or what?
You know, that's a must. And you know what,
You gonna
guys?
use that Patron money? You're gonna buy a box, man. Let's go. Let's do this. I got an event tomorrow at 7 with Jenny
for
Lynn.
everybody.
Hey, shout out
ahead.
to you guys for what you guys are doing with these and helping the brick and mortars out. You guys could easily throw these online, and what you guys are doing with these, it's awesome. Again, just a testament to what you guys do as a company, and it's all thoughtful, and you guys think about the owners of those brick and mortars, and shout out to you guys for doing that. Bringing something so special and keeping it to the brick and mortars. So cheers to you guys on that decision.
To everybody out there. I got my man. Listen, I got my man. Rob. I know you're not a legal whore, but I know you got a special stockpile somewhere. You might have a couple of Liga A's. You heard what JD said. Don't burn them, bro. Don't burn them.
There might be a few. But I have had the H99, and that stick is amazing. So hit up those VSSEs and get them when you can get them.
Dude,
man, I'm pumped to be associated with Rob here and there, man, because he's sometimes my plug, man. So
he's a pusher. He's a pusher. So that's how it goes in this world. Joey, listen, man. Before we get to the questions, it's time for Mezcal Minute. But you know what, man? Let's make it Mezcal 2 minutes, bro, because you know what that means, right?
Yeah, go. Bio break. And Frankie's bathroom break is brought to you by Bozal. I've been taking this bottle down for the last couple episodes. It's super delish. It's agave spirits. It's a whole other universe you need to explore, from tequila to mezcal to other crazy things like raicilla, or even crazier like Satol. There's such a great world out there of this stuff and it goes great with cigars. It's so perfect. H99s, Herrera Habanos, Undercrown Sungrown, those really, for me, really go well with agave-based spirits. And then when you move to more aged stuff, then you can move up into, you know, something that's a broadleaf, something that's heavier. It definitely matches better. But it's just like the flavors. Agaves is so complex. So many people don't understand that right up front, but it's so complex, down to its molecular level. When people do analyzing stuff on the science and junk, it's more complex. There's more molecules of all these different flavors firing, and it just makes for an amazing. It's that journey. You go on the journey, one little sip at a time out of your little clay copita is all you need. You don't need to, you know, pour big giant glasses of this stuff, and it gets you where you need to go, man. Sit back, enjoy the time. But that's really what it is, man. It's the time. You know, yeah, flavors this, flavors that, but man, that time to sit back and chill out and just enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy that moment. Special, you know. You earned it. You worked your ass off, and now sit back and enjoy that sucker.
Well, listen, so many thanks for Bazal for sponsoring my bio break. I got to remind myself, don't drink water on Wednesdays. You know, it's because you know, the conversation gets so fascinating. Get really excited about everything that we got going. But
Hey, your zipper's down.
yeah, it is, and that's the way I like it. Listen. First up, man, this, you know, here it is, man. It's the Ask Frankie Drinks or anybody else, you know. Our first winner, we got Mario Vilmur, best memory involving cigars and tequila. I'm gonna go around the room. I'm gonna go to Joey Drew first, man.
I'll tell you what. Go back a long time ago when we were working with a competitor, let's just say to Patron, but was Sauza when we were making Sauza cigars. And I talked to one of the marketing guys at Sauza, and you need to send me some inspiration. I got to work on the packaging and the branding for the cigar that we're making. And he sent me some inspiration. And I just remember being on a train ride back from the office in New York back to Long Island. And I had a giant bottle of tequila, and I had cigars in my bag, and all these Wall Street dudes are like beaten up. And you know what they look like at the end of the day? Yeah, they're putting money in the bank, but they're beaten up. They're gray and they're just beaten. And they were like, "Why are you so happy? What do you do? What are you doing, man?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got cigars and I got tequila." And I was like passing out cigars and pouring tequila into paper cups and stuff on the train ride back. And everybody was like, "Yeah, this is the shit, man. This is great." I was like, that's my favorite cigars and tequila moment for sure.
Listen, I'm gonna jump to Mr. Rob Amato. What's your favorite cigars and tequila moment, man?
It has to be recent. You know, last year, when the first time I got to go to the hacienda, just sitting out there after the day one. We had to fly out super early, and we get there, hang out, had a great dinner, and then I'm drinking Piedra on the rocks and having an FSG.
There you go. I hate you, bro. I hate you. Uh, Kenny, hit me with your tequila cigar moment, brother, because I know you're a legal whore.
Man, there's so many. I'll give you the first. My best friend's dad is the one that introduced me to cigars, and he really instilled the appreciation of, you know, to know that these are handmade. You know, that someone, whether it's Nicaragua, you know, the list goes on, Miami, to know that somebody sat there and rolled this with such care, man. It really gives me an appreciation. So when I'm unwinding, you know, tough day at work or you know, tough week, hey, it's Friday night, man, there's nothing better to me than to have that appreciation, knowing that someone, you know, hand rolled this thing, to help, you know, to make my experience, you know, that much better. So, you know, that's the first one. And then to Rob's point, man, there's been so many fun experiences out there at Hacienda when I'm sitting there smoking one of these, taking all the sights in, taking all the flavors in, and really going down that experience that, you know, you find a new flavor every time for me, whether it's smoking a Liga, you know, the H99s now. But to me, those two experiences, man, are just, you know, just synonymous with relaxing, thankfulness, gratefulness, and you know, that's the cigar experience for me for sure.
It seems
Yeah,
like we need to make a cigar for Hacienda is what we need to do.
Man.
That's what we need.
There we go. So listen, I'm gonna move on to the next question. My man Steve Mullally, congratulations! You get your Sticks and Tips cutter. You get your swag. Um, and I think this goes to Kenny. Kenny, what makes a tequila good, or what really makes a great tequila? Tell us about that.
Man, it's a good question. It's a great question, and it really starts out with the silver, man, the unaged product. So, you know, that's what Joey drinks and enjoys most. If you start off with a good silver tequila, an unaged product, you know, that's where your experience really starts. You know, for us, it all starts at the, you know, at the agave level. So, you know, it takes anywhere from 6 to 8 up to 10 years for an agave to mature, and we don't spare any time. We don't harvest the agaves early. We certainly don't add any additives to the tequila. What you get in every single bottle is 100% agave and the essence of agave. So, um, to answer that question, really, it's the raw materials. It's the process. We slow roast our agaves. You know, to start the you know, the process of extracting the juices needed for fermentation. We ferment in old school pine wood fermenters. We take it over to copper pot distills or copper pot stills. And what we've done too is we've never we've never made any of our stills bigger. We've just replicated. So when you guys come see our hacienda, we're about 10 micro distilleries under one roof. And, you know, to me, really, it's all about the process and staying really true to that process from batch number one, all the way through the entire year. You don't switch it up. You don't cut corners. And again, really, it all starts off with you know, with that unaged um, with that unaged product, and from there you go from there. And you know, you guys experiment all the time with different blends, hybrids. We do the same thing. You know, when you guys see our aging room, we're always experimenting. You know, that's what this 10 años is all about. You know, only 6,200 bottles of this product was ever made, and once it's gone, it's gone. So really, it's all about just staying true to that process, staying true to your core values, your core process, and you know, that's what makes a good tequila. And you know, like I said before, man, we're super fortunate to be in the position we are, and it's all about our customers.
Fantastic, man. Congratulations, Steve. Great question. Thank you, Kenny. AC Crosby's like, what is a good Patron tequila drink for someone that is not a tequila drinker? Listen, man, we just celebrated National Margarita Day on Monday. So, so if you're like a, kind of sweet, sour type person that wants to kind of experience tequila, great way. Have a great margarita. But if you're like me and you like, that whiskey type drinks, I think an old fashioned made with an añejo or extra añejo is a great way to go to get introduced um, into the agave world. And I think you guys are gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna say like, man, where has this been all my life? Especially for the whiskey guys
Yep.
that enjoy the cigars with it. And listen, we're not the first to advocate having um, aged tequila with cigars, but by God, I will advocate for this forever because I think it's a category that we miss all the time, and it doesn't have to be an añejo because you could have that beautiful limited release if you've got the budget for it, go ahead, Rob, hold up that bottle, bro. This is
Yeah, that
this is
stuff
your
is.
moment, man. This is your moment to shine, bro.
He's not shining
You
though.
know?
The sun's going
Yeah,
down
the
on him.
sun's
Sun's
down.
going down, but you
So
can still see it.
right, if you have that, if you have the Patron limited release on a rock with a stick, man, your life's gonna change, brother. Life's gonna change, and you're gonna be able to accept new frontiers, and that's the beauty of tequila. So, congratulations. We got another one. So congratulations, AC Crosby, Jason Paredes. Are you guys going to release new swag with the Savage Feast, Joey?
Well, yeah. What do you think we're doing? Well, one of the items is right there. It's right there on your screen, Frankie. Right there. A little.
So, for everybody out there, so if you want to talk about the most exclusive swag ever to be had, this is it, mofos. This is it. You're gonna get like the most ultimate little feral pig holder, cigar holder, only at JD events, yo. So stay tuned, jump in, make those purchases, do what you need to do, but more importantly, always hang with us. And what's our last question is hey, all
Is
right,
it? Is this for the humidor?
so so this is it, man. So this is the moment of truth,
Yeah,
you
this is
know.
for my humidor.
So this is for Joey Drew's humidor. This is our big prize. Not only are you gonna get the humidor, but you're gonna get the sticks and sips swag, the hat, the cutter, the glasses, like a pair of like Jack Hayer's old underwear. We're throwing it in. It's all good. We're gonna celebrate Kevin Corblies. Congratulations, man. We picked your question. So how does DE stay on the cutting edge of every culture, cigars, swag, clothing, shoes, etc.? And I'm gonna leave that to my man, who's my special guest tonight, JD. How do we stay not only on the leading edge, but I like to stay on the bleeding edge of culture?
Yeah. So um,
That's from Mac Kevin, by the
got
way.
shit going on right now with Noriega. I'm not even yo. Right now, that's a cool dude, man. Drink champs. You guys do some stuff with him, Kenny? Or what? He's cool. I'm a huge Noriega fan. My favorite album of all time, no matter what, was CNN War Report. The first CNN, New York, Noriega and Capone of all time. There he is. Oh man, what the fuck? So he's calling in. Uh
Put him on. Let's
it-
go. Put him on
yeah,
speaker.
it dropped. But
Call him back. Let's put him on speaker. We got Noriega coming on six and sips.
Yeah.
yo, let's get Noriega with Kenny Jordan. We're gonna go bananas. So all about that swag. Joey was talking about it. I don't know what the fuck you said because I was dealing with Noriega over here. But I could just say to you, what episode is this? 42?
40, season 2, episode 7. But at the grand scheme of things, we're like at 40 something, bro.
So check it out, Joey. You remember for the Drew Estate Hardcore, we gotta have a we can do another show that's got some kind of like way back in the shit. So you remember that ad we did, and it was like you did this one straight up. It was like these seeds. We're planting seeds, and you can't put the seeds out. What was that ad? It was a while back, 10 years or more.
It had to be maybe it was a natural ad or something. Even it was something.
Nah, it was like some seeds and this and that. It's like, look, when it comes to the swag, I missed the question. I just heard you say something about swag. Plus, I've been drinking this Patron over here, this Anejo, reminiscent about the Mark Anthony concert turning red and shit. There is like this butterscotch. There's this butterscotch. This right here is probably my favorite Patron. I know you guys got fancier shit. You got stuff that's the extra añejo and fancy doodahs, hundreds, millions of dollars and whatnot. Joey's got all sorts of shit. But yo, I'll tell you what, the everyday banging, all in, we're gonna win añejo Patron. Uh, that is for me. God damn, that butterscotch, that butter. This is straight butter, dude. So I just want to.
Butter.
So I got the Uber Eats delivering real soon, and I want to give a massive shout out, Kenny Jordan. You are one of my absolute favorite guests. The company that you represent inspired me so much because the owner of the company, the leader, I'm not sure what he did was from with hair care products, his passion, his family, watching him with the daughter, the whole thing, and to Patron, what he did with pets is I just love the culture of the company and that never die attitude and um, just taking risks for something that your heart tells you. Joey Drew, who's with us tonight, he's got two beautiful kids, wonderful wife, Gina. I've known the guy for 24 years, 25 years. And, when I asked him to come on board with Drew Estate, there was risk involved. He had a very, very good job and this, that. You know, for those of us who are tremendously passionate, we've taken a lot of risks and they pay off. They pay off when you follow your heart. So for Patron tonight, for all you guys, Frankie Drinks, great episode. Great. I mean, I love the ladies of the Liga that you did and everything with Pedro Gomez and Willie and the Snets. And tonight, having Rob Amato with us, a friend, a true friend of the company it's getting dark there, Rob. But Kenny, thanks again so much. Just want to thank you and give you one last shout out and cheers because my most memorable moment of tequila, because I didn't get asked, Frank was very rude not to ask me mine, was Mark Anthony. That concert, I just had Tom Navarro texting me saying when we finished, Tom says when we had the Patron at the Mark Anthony concert, we went back to the hotel and had a few more shots before we called it an awesome night. And uh, I'm as well thankful, Tom, to have you in my life. And thank you for everybody from the Drew Estate side and the Patron Tequila. It's really about being thankful. So that's it. I'm going to sign out. Yo.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I got my big finish,
Whoa.
I got my big finish.
Whoa.
Moment.
Yo, what about the TLE podcast? We have to make sure we put it out there because we're going to do the TLE podcast coming up. I don't know exactly the date, but we're working on that shit. And I just want to give him a huge shout out. Maybe we'll get Kenny to come on there too. I mean, you love these girls. They do a great job. And the Tuesday Night Cigar Club. Also, we're going to do some big shit. So, Frank, sorry to interrupt you. I apologize.
Nah, no worries, my man. So listen, this is it, man. This is it. We've gotten to the end of Sticks and Sips, the Drew Estate virtual happy hour. I'm about to close the bar, right? So last call for everybody out there, but most importantly, I want to put a little shout out for all our brick and mortar. So listen, we're still out there. This is World Bartender Day, so please support your local liquor establishments. Support your local cigar shops. These are your brick and mortars. If you can't support the USBG, do so. They support our hospitality and crew. And today's the day we celebrate them. So very special with that. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. And I'm going to say thank you to my man, Joey Drew.
Boom. I'll tell you what, in the after party, I may lay up an H99 Safari style just for everybody that loads in on that sucker.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's going to be super excited to see you do that. But I love you, my brother. Thank you so much, man. You know, we got Rob Amato lurking in the shadows. But I love you, brother. Happy Bartenders Day. You do so many amazing things for so many brands. And more importantly, your love for Drew is felt by us. So thank you for being on, brother.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys and all you guys are doing.
Yeah, he's putting the lost in lost laundry. That's for sure. As he's
Yeah,
Just
he's
fade,
fading into the
in.
back.
I'm doing the Joey Ghost.
nice.
Joey Ghost, man. He's gonna Irish, but like Black Irish.
How do you Irish
Anyway,
out of an agave episode?
there we go, man. My man, Kenny Jordan, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for being part of Sticks and Sips. You know, it's crazy when you hear you say like you were on in July, and it seems like it was yesterday. But every week we've been on because JD says Sticks and Sips forever. So we got to be on, man. We got to be on, and we love having you, brother. And I know we got great things to talk about in the future, and we can't wait to see you at Hacienda, man. But more importantly, when we're all safe and sound, to give you a big old hug, man, and share a stick with you.
Without a doubt, guys. I got to tell you, man, it's an absolute honor to be on with you guys. JD, thank you so much. Joey, thank you so very much, man. I absolutely love what you guys do. I'm proud to be, a friend of you guys. And let's keep this going, guys.
Let's
And
keep
thank
the
you,
party
everybody.
going.
Stay safe. Many
Wait,
shouts out
wait.
to
So JD, I want to thank you for coming back on Sticks and Sips, man. I want you back on a regular, man. Can we make that happen? I know you're busy. Man. Let's get you back on a regular. How about that?
Well, look, man, you got Joey Drew on here as your sidekick. All right. I was trying to be your sidekick, but you was like, yo, Joey Drew, blah, 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 Joey Drew. I was like, you guys do that shit. I gotta go over here and do this other shit over here. I'm around. I'm always watching. All I can tell you is I'm so proud of the show and what you guys have done for it, Frank. It's very inspiring and it's such a fun time. So don't worry. I'm like remember in Rocky when Mickey was on his shoulder? I'm there on your shoulder.
Hey,
You know,
rock.
on one side you got Johnny and Red. On the other side you got Kenny Jordan, and right there next to you got Mickey and JD right with you all along the way. And big shout out to Sergio tonight. He's going through a tough time today. I just want to say to my executive assistant Sergio, we love you, and you take the weekend to gain some strength, my man. And we'll be right here waiting for you when you get
Right.
back.
Absolutely. My man Sergio, prayers out to you, brother. JD, thank you. Thank you for your support all the way, man. We've got great things, and thanks to everybody that's tuned in to Sticks and Sips tonight. Uh, Listen, I would be amiss not to thank my man Jack Hare for putting on the show. Big money, Jack Hare. There he is. And listen, I love that dude. And thanks to David Torres and Dario for making all the great
Yo,
graphics for us.
don't
And
forget
listen, man,
Joe Rowe.
no, screw that guy. Joe Grow, I love you, bro. And listen, I'm closing the bar, man. Close out your tabs, tip well. This is it, man.
Bartender.
Six and Sips is out. We done. See you next week.
Good riddance.